It's time for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX, on your radio at AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Rams Baseball is presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski in the 94th Sports Mobile Studios for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball. The Rend Lake College pregame show starts now.
And we welcome you to the ballpark at Quoin High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. It is your Rend Lake College pregame show, as abbreviated as it may be, as we're about ready to get underway here from Quoin. The Mount Vernon Rams put that 9-2 mark on the line. They got their first conference win yesterday. Just to remind you, at Rend Lake College, you get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to find out which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. Rend Lake College sponsors this pregame show. We'll hear from Danny, but we need to take a quick break first. When we come back, we'll probably have your Central Christian Church batting in order to share with you the weather report for today's game and talk a little bit about the rivalry that's budding over the past few years between the Quoin Indians and the Mount Vernon Rams here on the baseball field. We'll take that break. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
How do you spend your Saturday mornings? Wake up, grab coffee, get something to eat? Why not add a little WMIX Saturday Sports Show to your Saturday? From 8:08 until 10 o'clock, we have guests, discussion, and fun involving the regional sports topics that matter to you. It's the pick-me-up you need to start your morning off right. It's the Saturday Sports Show every single week on WMIX AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Presented by Crossroads Community Hospital.
Daydreaming of owning a home? People's National Bank can help your dreams become a reality. We are excited to offer Smart Move mortgages. Smart Move offers affordable fixed-rate financing, down payment assistance, and closing cost assistance for qualified borrowers. Call me, Joy Schrader, Mortgage Specialist, at 241-6928 today for details. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Our new Mount Vernon location is bigger and better than ever, allowing us to be the best at repairing your ride and offering premium detailing. We're fully equipped to handle your vehicle and get it back on the road faster and like it rolled off the showroom floor. Landers Collision Centers believes in maintaining the highest quality repairs in the collision repair industry. We also believe in making sure your insurance claim is handled quickly and even give you a car to drive while we restore yours. Now, we're also equipped to offer everyday premium detailing. We'll restore that showroom shine and that new car smell. That's right. We'll be more than happy to clean up your ride and get it ready for any occasion. Any vehicle that comes to Landers with over $2,500 in damages is entitled to 2 absolutely free details per year, with an opportunity to keep our work looking spectacular as long as you own your vehicle. This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon. Big or small, Landers fixes and details them all. Call us at 1-888-LANDERS. Whenever you need us, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we, of course, welcome you back to the ballpark at Quoin High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Rend Lake College pregame show, where they offer over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu and find out which of those 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. We'll have your Central Christian Church batting orders coming up in just a moment. First, we talk a little bit about the Mount Vernon Rams, 9-2 on the year. Now 1-0 in the South 7 Conference after a 4-2 win on the road at Althoff yesterday. But, Danny, they come in here and a little bit about this ballpark, obviously redone as they've constructed. I don't really know that you'd say brand high school per se, but, I mean, doing some things to – you explain it. You know what's going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's something I follow with good friends here I have in Perry County and all corners of this county. They are building a process of building a new high school. The baseball field used to be towards the east, back behind the high school. That has been redone into a softball field. It used to be a softball field, back to baseball, now back to softball. The high school baseball field now is directly south behind Van Meter Field, the sleeping giant back to our left. So it is actually connected. The football bleachers actually are just past the third base dugout. They have constructed a baseball field here that is phenomenal, along with the facility, the overhang, an old-style-looking overhang of bleachers and everything here at Quoin High School. I mean, I can't tell you. I know Mount Vernon's getting ready to build that new high school with facilities. Just like Carterville, just like Quoin, Waterloo, Belleville West. Get it done right. Add your fields and facilities and sporting things that you need now. Don't mess around. Don't things like that. This is the way to do things at Quoin, Carterville, Waterloo, Belleville West. Get those things done, because what Quoin has done and is doing is phenomenal. And I stress again to the people of Mount Vernon building that new school and the facilities. Do it right. Go around and see what you need. Multiple baseball, softball fields with track, with basketball gyms, multiple gyms for multiple things. Because the turf that the football field has, and here at the baseball field, you can use this for any kind of extracurricular activities, PE and otherwise. Use it. And this is an amazing facility they have here at Quoin High School.
Yes, it is. Field turf in the infield, sod out in the outfield, and just a beautiful facility they have here at Quoin that they have put together, and it has turned out to be something magnificent. Press box even. And you mentioned this little concourse that they have here with the old-style overhang. And I tell you what, and I think we found about as close to perfect as you can get for a high school field.
Yeah, and this is amazing. I mean, they have the field's one thing, but the setup of bleachers and the classic overhang here is amazing. And then they have an all-turf infield, turf mound, turf sliding areas. Everything's turf. It's colored brown, much like the University of Illinois has and some other places. The outfield is natural grass. And what they've done is, because everybody's saying, well, where those railroad tracks are at? Well, there's only 295 down the right field line all the way into about, mid-right center. But there's a 25-foot high wall you got to hit a home run over. And with the wind blowing in on a warm spring day, it makes it that much tougher to have that option or have that ability to hit a home run. 375 to center, left field is very deep as well. Think of Yankee Stadium to left field. Back in the old Yankee Stadium where you used to go way back when the football was being played there. That's kind of the setup here. Big scoreboard in center field, does batter, ball strikes out, inning by inning score, just like at Mount Vernon. They have done this just about as well as you can do.
I think the only thing, combine this with Waddy Herzog Field and at Alsop as far as the seating is concerned, some individual seats, but also some room to maneuver behind those seats, and I really do think you have perfection. And if that's the only thing there is to really gripe about, obviously you know you've done a great job here at Quoin, and it is just a beautiful facility. They have taken care of us, and we appreciate the hospitality, obviously, of the Quoin Indians baseball program, the Quoin High School athletic department, and, of course, the administration.
I am
High School.
trying via social media to show just how much they've done here. I've got a picture up of our view of the press box. I'm going to get some other pictures hopefully later up on our Facebook page, WMIX Sports, as well. I put some pictures up on Twitter at 94 Sports. So lots of different ways I'm trying to get this just to show people, hey, this is what's going on here in Quoin. What a wonderful job they're doing here.
Of course, this is your Ren Lake College pregame show. Ren Lake College, where you can get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu to find out which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. We owe you the Central Christian Church batting orders. First for the Mount Vernon Rams, of course, who will be the visitors on the scoreboard, coming in 9-2 on the year, 1-0 in the South 7. DC has those.
Here we go. The Mount Vernon Rams lead off with the usual first two. Zach Jones at short, Landon Thomas in center. Zane Zonders, the pitcher, will bat third. In the cleanup spot, designated hitter Grant Garrett. Batting fifth, Colin Young catching. Batting sixth, Pat Bradford in left field. Batting seventh, Trevor Float at first. Batting eighth, Matthew Williams at second base. And batting ninth, Josh Gately in right field. Sawyer Harrison is at third base. He is the one that Grant Garrett is DHing for in Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams baseball starting lineup.
Beautiful day thus far here in Quoin, 78 degrees, sunny, partly cloudy skies even, as it's described by the Weather Service. Winds out of the south-southwest about 13 miles per hour. Also severe thunderstorm watch number 119 in effect until 10 p.m. for most of the listening area.
Well, it's our listening area. That's a lot, this coverage signal.
Yeah.
I mean, as big as this signal is.
A great deal of it, from Coles County all the way down as far south, I believe it's Jackson County. Perry County included in that as well.
That's called, they got the marker out and just did the circle right there.
Well, and in the public watch they send out, but they usually send out to news agencies and services and whatnot. Yeah. It does describe the line as being around Mattoon all the way down to a line about 20, 25 miles west-southwest of Scott Air Force Base. But they went a little further than that.
Don't mind me. I'm seeing how many people I know.
It's all right. It's all right. That's what networking is all about. As the Indians will take the field, Mansker will take the hill for Du Quoin. Chapman behind the plate. Your infield will be Fred at third base, Boss at second, Dorsey at first, Mercier at shortstop. Mr. Perry County, can you help me out there?
Mercer.
Yeah.
Mercier. Really? That's
there we go.
Perry County.
I'm used to
Stanhouse, Vansel,
well, you're
things
part
of that
Perry.
nature. Oh, yeah, I'm part Perry.
What, part Perry, part Jefferson?
Yes, part Perry, part Jefferson.
That bodes well with my half Clinton, half Washington.
I'm
raised my entire life in Jefferson.
I'm at home here in Perry County.
No.
Yeah, like Chuck, isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding. We'll get underway here in just a moment. We'll tell you your first pitch time come up in just a little bit. We're going to get started early. I know a brief discussion before the game about the possible weather scenario, especially with that thunderstorm watch. Only a watch, number 119 until 10 o'clock. And as far as any weather that may be rolling through, just want to make sure that they get this one in. And great place to get it in. So once they get it in that, because you obviously don't want to leave a hanger there at the end of the sentence. But
rainouts are going to be few and far between at this facility. That's for sure.
All you have to be concerned with here pretty well is the old lightning. Now that, you're all right. Of course, don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports, where we posted Paxton Guy's interview with new Saluki head coach Barry Hinson, as he had that on our sister station, 105.1 BCA on the breakfast show of the morning. You might also replay that tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show, as Paxton will have to give him some props tomorrow, as he was the one person who predicted Barry Hinson's hiring, and did that, if I'm not mistaken, maybe while Chris Lowry was still at the helm, because on a Saluki Extra postgame show. Might have been the final game of the year, however, as Zach Jones will stand in and swing at the first pitch, send it to center field. The young men will get underneath it. And your first pitch came about 4:22 and 5 seconds.
Yeah, the outfield, if you want to know, the field angles kind of towards the southeast. So very nicely with the wind that can blow in from right field to make that 295-foot distance a little bit further. 25-foot high wall as well.
As Thomas will stand in, second batter will take a first pitch strike.
This is a trap game. You go to Altoff, you beat Altoff, a conference opponent on the road. This is kind of a trap game for Mount Vernon if they're not careful.
Well, it can be, coming in 9-2, of course. Another pitch, inside corner this time, and Thomas falls behind 0-2. Next one's on the way. It'll be a ground ball, second base side, thrown over to first. Good play by Boss over to Dorsey. 4-3 will retire Landon Thomas. 2 away now, top of the first. No score, pretty well just underway as we got started about 4:22 p.m., so 8 minutes early, but understandably so when you look at the threat of possible weather and precipitation coming this way.
The umpire's shirts are blue, supposed to remind everybody.
Navy blue.
I think that's been kind of a trend. I think some of our listeners are are intrigued by our tally of what color the umpire shirts are.
I am. Here comes the next one. Check swing by Zonders. He did not go, according to the appeal, over the first base umpire. Interesting. I believe 1-1's the count. Here it comes now. Catches the outside corner of Zonders, a right-handed bat.
Kool-Aid talk was received very well in a lot of places.
I knew it would be. Yeah, I left me hanging a couple of times there, even when I name-dropped Sharkleberry Finn.
I was done with that. I mean, that was all right.
I jumped the shark, no pun intended, as Zonders will foul another one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good thing I parked all the way across. I parked near you.
Sleeping Giant.
1-2 coming. He'll foul that off. First base.
If they get a foul ball back by the Sleeping Giant, I'll be shocked.
Glad I parked over there.
Yeah, I'm glad you parked right by me. I made sure not to dent your car.
Appreciate that. 1-2's coming to Zonders again. He'll reach out for that front foot over the third base. Brett will pick it up, fire across the diamond inside. But 1-2-3 go the Rams here at the top of the first. We'll get to know the Quoin Indians when we come back. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac in Centralia.
There's no car that can compete with the Cadillac, with the luxury, the performance, the styling, things like that you can't get in any other car, but you can get it in a Cadillac. It's the premium luxury seats, premium leather, the premium carpeting. All the features and all the comforts of the Cadillac is premium that you just don't find in any other models.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, 1421 West McCord in Centralia.
For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the ballpark at Quoin High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Banterra Bank brings you Rams baseball. Of course, you can lead off the season with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. We need to get to know the Indians, of course, presented by Central Christian.
Leading off, pitching, Austin Mansker. Batting second at third, Brendan Fred. Batting fourth at second, Nate Boss. Batting and cleanup, Camden Youngman in center field. Batting fifth, Travis Chapman, the catcher. Batting sixth and left, John Boss. Batting seventh at first, Garrett Dorsey. Batting eighth, Jonas Smith, the DH. And batting ninth, Camden Mercier. The shortstop for Quoin, Keegan Robbins, who is their starting shortstop and leadoff hitter, out for 3 weeks with shoulder issues, so he is not playing in the game today.
Saw him earlier in a sling.
There we go.
Mansker, the right-hander, will take a first pitch on the outside corner from Zane Saunders. 0-1 as he falls behind. For the Rams defensively, Pat Bradford is out in left. It's Landon Thomas in center with Josh Gately getting another start in right field. As we await the 0-1 pitch, here it comes. Swung on a miss. 0-2 here to Mansker. Third base is Sawyer Harrison. Zach Jones back out there at shortstop. Always reliable Matthew Williams at second base with Trevor Flota at first. As we await the 0-2, Saunders will line fire. Here it comes. Fouled off first base side over us. Count stays 0-2. Your catcher today, of course, Colin Young, as he and Grant Garrett usually platoon between the DH and catcher spots. On the hill, as you heard, is Zane Saunders. Scrabble, as we affectionately call him. 0-2 on the way again. Fouled into the first base dugout. Ricochets into right field.
Question is this.
Triple word.
Do the Jefferson County Showcase nicknames, can we use those, or do we have to come up with new ones since it's a different entity?
We cannot.
Okay.
Reuse.
All right.
We are an entity. It won't be used for one.
Can't use for everything.
Oh, no.
I like the mount. Let's go this pitch.
0-2 coming again. Going to miss high.
They got a big dirt mound out in way deep left field, being the left field of the softball field as well. They should leave. It could be a great thing for people to watch the game from, but they're going to take that down anyway.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, they're going to knock that down, level that out eventually this summer, and that's going to be the practice football field for the Quoin Indians.
Counts even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comes inside this time. It results in a ground ball to short. Jones a little bit of trouble with the turf. Fires over to first, not in time. Turf or no turf, got to make that play.
And again, it is a difference to field a ground ball here. That will go as the Big East 6 in my book. The ball's going to get on you quicker here. Mount Vernon's played grass fields all summer, or spring, I guess, obviously, name whatever season. And ground ball to turf's a little bit different.
Unfortunately, I always hate to give the air. As you know, runner on first base for Brendan Fred, another right-hander for Saunders. Shows bunt, puts it down almost to perfection, but it just shifts a little bit foul, and it'll be 0-1. A little bit foul, lot foul, still foul. 0-1 is the count here to Brendan Fred, runner on first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Still no score. The Rams went 1-2-3 in the top half of the inning. They will send Garrett Young and Bradford up in the top of the second. Have to get out of this one first with an 0-1 count on Brendan Fred. Nate Boss behind him, and Camden Youngman to follow.
Of course, your Indians coming off the third place finish last year.
Yes, they are. Just misses outside. Thigh high to the batter, Fred. It'll be 1-1.
He's hitting .385 this year, Mr. Fred is.
1-1's coming. That's going to be fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Doing over there?
Oh,
bouncing around the phone.
Try and do my real job as well.
Friday 4:30.
Sales aspect of radio never ends, DC. As it'll be a check over to first base.
There's aspects of my job that never end either.
Oh, there's aspects of every job.
Every job. Yeah, you better believe it. I just thought they'd leave the Beacons truck trailer out here somewhere just for old time's sake. Oh, curveball hit him. And the thing, hit like pitch, yeah, and they'll put 2 aboard. The old Beacons truck, those of you in the Van Meter football games all those years, used to basically sit where the third base line was at now here on this new facility, and the Beacon's trailer, you always had memories. I figured they'd leave it out here for posterity somewhere, but it has since been removed.
Where did it end up?
I don't know. I'm very disappointed in that. I don't get to see the Beacon's truck.
Mayflower's always on the top of my mind just because of the Colts. Being a Colts guy. As Voss will stand in, and he'll line one right up the middle. Could score a run. Pitcher spot around third. He'll hold up. Great throw in by Landon Thomas, who has a cannon. And so loaded bases here for DuQuoin with nobody out in the bottom half of the first inning. Score.
Yeah, problem for Mount Vernon is you got to pitch up to a kid batting 400, and then you turn around and Youngman's coming up. And Youngman right now for the season batting .714. He is 5 of 12 on the year. It's 4 RBI, so he is up again in a situation with an opportunity to drive in runs.
The right-hander will stand in the back of the box here, looking to score some runs with the bases loaded and nobody out. Zonder's out of the stretch. Right-hander will come outside, catches the corner, 0-1 to Youngman. Got to pitch your way out of this one, obviously, with the bases cramped and nobody out. Rams found themselves in a similar position yesterday. Were able to get out of set jam. See if they can do it again here today. 0-1 is going to be sent just past an outstretched Zach Jones. That'll score one, maybe two. Here comes Mansfield around. Fred's going to round third base, headed in. Here comes the throw from Thomas, and it'll be 2-0 Indians on the 2 RBI base hit for Youngman.
Talking about a baseball program, Chris, very successful over the years, especially under Tim Kraft. Third place last year, an opportunity to do well again this year. A 2 RBI double for Youngman, and DuQuoin's on top. Got to be careful with him, the number of RBIs he has already this season, and Mount Vernon didn't do a very good job there that time.
Well, with the Rams struggling somewhat offensively, especially with stranding runners-itis over the past few games, they're going to have to limit the offensive production of the Indians. First pitch will catch the outside corner to the right-handed catcher, Travis Chapman. 0-1 is the count. Runners on second and third, a 2-0 DuQuoin lead here in the home half of the first inning. Absolutely nobody out. The Sounders will look into his catcher, Colin Young, trying to find some hope, trying to find a sign here that might be a little bit of magic.
You need a scoreboard update. I have one.
That's good to know. Here comes the next pitch on the way. Swung on a miss. 0-2 here to Chapman. What we got?
DuQuoin. Yeah. Pinckneyville leads Benton at the top of the first two zipped.
Interesting. Scoreboard updates brought to you by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, see your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt, on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. Or don't come see this pitch that is actually going to be a nice running catch by Josh Gately in right field with the runner tagging. There will not be a play at the plate. It is 3-0 DuQuoin on the sac fly RBI.
Well, the problem there, Chris, and you hate to point things out, it looked like Gately was happy to run over and make that catch. Problem was they had a runner on, and that runner, if he catches and gets rid of the ball quickly, probably could have thrown out Boss, but didn't get rid of it quickly, and Boss was able to score.
So they will throw over to third base for the appeal. He did not. He had plenty of time to get there. It'll be a runner on second as he did not tag. He stayed there with the throw coming in from right field. 3-0 DuQuoin, home half of the first inning, 1 out. Runner on second base for John Boss, left fielder for the Indians. See what they go with. Saunders will look back towards second. He'll fire home out of the stretch. Misses the outside corner this time. Falls behind 1-0. Banterra's online banking is convenient, efficient, and best of all, it's safe. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC.
I'm being graded.
I got you. Saunders will step off the rubber, look back towards second. Not a problem for Camden Youngman. Big difference in this game. He had a 2 RBI double that made it 2-0. A sac fly RBI as they'll try to pick him off this time. Girl got away, but not too far, and that'll keep him at second base.
Still very far, hit him right in the back. Boss hitting 400. You look down the Indians' lineup so far with their at-bats and games, and you don't see a guy really, a couple of guys lower on down, lower younger classmen, but, man, they can hit. Always for years, DuQuoin has been known as a hitting team, and will rack up some offense.
They're certainly doing that here in the bottom half of the first inning. 3-0 DuQuoin. Saunders pitching out of the stretch, looks back towards second base. Gets the sign from Young. Looks back again, now fires, and that's in the turf. 2-0. Literally. Almost said in the dirt, but I caught myself. As we have passed the bottom of the hour, we'll take care of that in just a moment here on WMIX. As Saunders concerned with Chapman off at second base. Nothing going to happen there, but Williams will come in behind to get the throw. Should have known that was coming. So Benton and Pinckneyville today. Of course, I forgot to look at our schedule on our Facebook page a moment earlier this morning to see who all was in action. Telling you what, WMIX Sports, where you found today's softball and baseball schedule. Saunders looks back towards second base, fires again. It's going to be set foul. In the neighborhood. 2-1.
20-yard line?
Yeah.
I can tell you.
That's a well-hit foul ball.
You're living the life, all I can tell you. The Ohio River was near the car yesterday.
Yeah, it was. I tried to park. That was 2 days ago. I parked in St. Louis yesterday.
That's right, Mississippi yesterday.
2-1 coming. Ooh, inside low. 3-1.
I had to get the Hoop City staff on the yard yesterday.
Did you? Did you get the goats out there?
Goats are out. Equipment's up and running. We're ready to go.
Good.
Don't mind me. I'm just seeing who's here.
I know you are. 3-1 the count here to the batter. John Boss, 1 out, runner on second, 3-0 to Quoin, and he'll take a strike high, 3-2. Count is full for John Boss. I'd like to act like a superior here and get that RBI. Runner on second base, 1 out, bottom half of the first inning. Glad to have you with us here on WMIX. Online today at mywithersradio.com as Saunders trying to get out of this inning with just the 3 runs allowed. Next one's on the way, fouled off. Let's go ahead and tell you, this is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. As we've just passed the bottom of the hour, about 4:36 now, as this game is 15 minutes old. On a Friday afternoon, 78 degrees and sunny skies here in Quoin. Severe thunderstorm watch number 119 in effect until 10. We'll count on the batter. Here it comes. That's a ground ball, third base side foul, as John Boss really doing what he can to try to wear down Zane Saunders in this at bat. Hopefully you're tabulating the pitch count, because my pitch count went to heck a long time ago.
Come on.
Took everything I had to keep it accurate yesterday.
You were busy yesterday.
I tweeted.
Well, for the multitasking, I noticed.
Doing a lot of things yesterday. Even my real job. Here it comes, and that's going to be fouled off. And believe it or not, it will stay full count. Actually, that's the rules of baseball. I didn't realize that the color of the umpires were. It becomes such a
that and
huge hit.
That and Kool-Aid.
I even forgot some old-time flavors of Kool-Aid. They did some that crackled around 4th of July back in 1990 and 1991. A red, white, blue container. As this is going to be sent to Williams. So are they going to double up the runner? They will. So that'll go down as a 4-6 double play off of the line drive to Matthew Williams. A great presence of mind to end the inning. They strand 1 to score 3. It's 3-0 Quoin. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
How do you spend your Saturday mornings? Wake up, grab coffee, get something to eat? Why not add a little WMIX Saturday Sports Show to your Saturday? From 8:08 until 10 o'clock, we have guests, discussion, and fun involving the regional sports topics that matter to you. It's the pick-me-up you need to start your morning off right. It's the Saturday Sports Show every single week on WMIX AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the ballpark at Quoin High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Jesse Clark. It's back to the studios in Mount Vernon. Rams Baseball, of course, is presented by Banterra Bank. It's Garrett Young and Bradford coming up, 4, 5, and 6. A line off both ways, up and down. It's the first pitch of the innings high. This is inside to Grant Garrett, 1-0.
This will test the mettle of Mount Vernon after that big win yesterday and getting behind here early.
Another one high tied. 2-0 to Grant Garrett. Young to follow. Bradford in the 6th spot. If anybody gets aboard, we'll see Trevor Flota. You saw something on Twitter.
Yeah, I did.
At 94 Sports. Young will just get a piece of the 2-0, make it 2-1 as he fouls it off.
20 years ago, 29-year-old Jamie Moyer was released by the Cubs and asked to be a coach.
Good thing he did it.
Yeah.
20 years ago, that would have been, 92?
Something like, yeah.
Huh. 2-1's the count to Garrett. Next one's on the way from Mansker. We'll miss outside low. 3-1.
Run inning by Quoin. Again, it's test Mount Vernon after a big win yesterday. Something you need on the schedule.
Especially a great team like this. Chip ground ball, third base side. Fred will pick it up, fires over to first in time. So 5-3 for retired Grant Garrett here in the second. Still 3-0 Quoin.
And you look at this regional Quoin's in. Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable that they're going to have themselves, and they got third in state. Benton went to the sectional final, and Pinckneyville lost to Quoin in the regional final. All three, Pinckneyville, Quoin, Benton, in the same regional here.
And Young will take the first pitch in the turf. 1-0. One Park, that'll be a place we end up this year, I believe, on May the 12th. Marshall County that night, Marshall County, Kentucky. Be a good night out, maybe. We've missed outside, 2-0 to Young. We go to, of course, we go to GCS as well, where they put turf in. 2-0 coming to Young. Okay, bounced off the plate, 3-0.
That's why I don't, when you get to the state tournament, Joliet and Peoria, you have grass infields. That's why I don't think any postseason should be played on turf.
I feel you. And the next one's well inside to Young. That'll be a one-out walk.
Very quick worker is Mr. Mansker. Doesn't mess around while he's on the mound out there. At the bat.
He had a pinch hit appearance yesterday against the Crusaders. I believe he singled into left. Here comes, and he will send a pop foul third base side. I lost sight of it, out of play.
Sleeping Giant get woke up on that one.
Hit the track? Maybe. How many lanes to that track? Is it 8? Looks like 8. You have to have 8 to host postseason, is that right? Where? You'll check on Bradford and on the track. 8-lane track to host postseason?
Yeah, but no.
Not true?
I've seen other schools. That's what perturbs me. Another one of my pet peeves of building schools. They'll build new things and build a track of 6 lanes. Drives me crazy.
And the pitch coming will see its way through left side of the infield by Pat Bradford.
Hey, Pat the Bat can go, man. Pat the Bat can just flat out hit. There's no other 2 words about it.
So it's 1 out in the top of the second. Still a 3-0 Indian lead, but it'll be Trevor Floaton as the game's tying run to make his appearance to play with Matt Williams to follow. Barring a double play, of course. Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game? You're tired of big corporate banking. You have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Flota stands in that white Nike bat that we've seen so many times this year, and he will take the first pitch and lift it foul. Right side, out of play. Sure. You got to stay away from that football field. That parking lot over there, those foul balls.
Oh, wow, because it's close.
Yeah.
What they did to Van Meter was amazing, too.
Yes, it is. It's absolutely stunning over there. It's in the turf on the first pitch. It'll get away. The runners are going to advance. That's the bad part about it, is that it ended up in the what you would call the chalk of the batter's box. Here it's the white turf. Both runners advanced second and third.
The catcher did a great job. Chapman did a good job knocking it down. The unfortunate part was it knocked down and spun around, and he was dropping equipment everywhere and couldn't find it.
So second and third now, 1 out here in the top of the second. Major RBI chance for Trevor. He'll send it to third base. Fred will pick it up, fires to first, in time, 2 away.
Pretty good play by Fred there. A hot smash off the turf down to him, 1 hop into his glove. He was able to look Young back at third and made the throw to first. Nice defensive play. Need a little 2-out hit bingo from Matthew Williams.
Fred hurt. See if maybe he can get a loop out in the right center field. With 2 outs and runners on second and third, Rams trailing 3. He'll foul off the first pitch to the backstop. It's 0-1.
The National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Clinton County until 5:15 p.m. At 4:39 p.m., National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing quarter-size hail. This storm was located near Carlisle and moving east at 25 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Boulder, Shattuck, Huey, Hoffman, and Farron. Severe thunderstorms produce damaging wind in excess of 60 miles per hour, destructive hail, deadly lightning, and very heavy rain. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of your home or business. Heavy rains flood roads quickly, so do not drive into areas where water covers the road. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 5:15 p.m. for the following county: Clinton County, Illinois.
Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
Back to Rams baseball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And we welcome you back to DuQuoin, the ballpark at DuQuoin High School. Beautiful facility they have here in Perry County. The Indians lead the Rams 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Bottom of the order coming up here for the Indians: Garrett Dorsey, Jonas Spencer, and Camden Mercier. Here in the second, first pitch from Zonders will be a check swing, but it catches the outside corner of the right-handed Dorsey, and it's 0-1. Nothing severe on the radar right now, although a strong thunderstorm moving through or near Lively Grove, which is about 12 miles north of Sparta, moving northeast about 15 miles per hour. So be aware if you're in that location. 0-1 coming. Ground ball to the left side of the infield, and that'll be a leadoff base hit for the Indians here in the home half of the second.
That's their third hit already, Chris. They're a swinging bunch of Indians. Even top to bottom. We get to the bottom of the order, there are no breaks in the lineup.
Official attendance for today's game thus far is a lot, because we do have that slot in our Bob Carpenter book. Paid off immensely thus far this year, so now we have a lefty, Jonas Spencer, with a runner on first and nobody out in the home half of the second inning. Still a 3-0 Indian lead, as Zonders will fire out of the stretch, and a first pitch fastball across the outside corner for strike one. 0-1 here to Spencer. Trying to see if you see any of your friends.
Oh, I see a couple. They don't know I'm here. I'm hidden on them.
You know everybody everywhere. I don't know why I'm surprised. Of course I'm not, as we await the 0-1. Spencer shows bunt, drops it down third base side. Harrison will scoop it up and fire over to first.
That's a great play by Harrison. I want to point that out because Zonders is going to have trouble with that. Harrison came down the line, called off Zonders so he can go cover third, and Harrison took that play. What a nice play by Sawyer Harrison. That
well,
time.
The Rams lucked out because nobody went to cover third base. But Dorsey was and he ended up going over there, which is a good thing. Dorsey, I think, was just happy to be down at second. Didn't make much of an attempt to go over to third.
That's a good play by Harrison. He took charge. I got to go get third through at the first, got the out. That's a nice play.
Mercier will step in with an RBI chance and one out here in the home half of the second. Takes a first pitch that just misses the outside corner of the plate. 1-0. Of course, Grant Garrett explained to Tim Holloway where and how it missed. As I saw.
Couldn't get that the other day.
1-0's coming. That'll miss outside again. 2-0. 3-0, the Indian lead. We remind you, Rams baseball presented in part due to kind folks like Second Chance Auto. Get the car you want today at Second Chance Auto. They have the largest selection of vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Right field side goes the pop fly. Gately can't come up with it. And at second base goes Mercier.
Now, he got him out because he slid off the bag.
I was going to say, because he...
Okay. Now, we got to figure out all kinds. That will go as a 9-6. Dorsey goes to third. Mercier reached on the error, but was thrown out on the 9-6. That's a second error by Mount Vernon because that's the only way he got on base, but the 9-6 put out ended up there.
So now 2 away. With a runner on third for Austin Mansker. He reached on an error and scored back in the first inning. 3-0 DuQuoin. A miss, went off speed that time. Looked like curveball.
Yowzers.
0-1.
Not bad. 1-2-3 strikes you out. Bugs Bunny swing by Mansker. He swung hard that time.
Zonders looks in to communicate with his catcher, and I said Grant Garrett a moment ago. It's Colin Young behind the plate today. That's all right. Fouled off, and it's going to be 0-2 to Mansker.
Good to have Young and Garrett. When you have that kind of rotation behind the plate, you don't have to wear kids down as this season is so tightly compacted.
And it definitely helps when they're both capable of hitting the baseball. To be able to platoon them between DH and catcher.
Thank you, Charlie Sheen.
As Masker gets a piece of one, but sends it out to center field, no problem for Landon Thomas. We head to the top of the third inning, still 3-0 to Quoin. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
My brother Paul was a real Renaissance man, a big city ER doctor, an outdoorsman, and always the smartest person in the room. When he was killed in a deer vehicle collision, I thought it was a freak accident. But I was wrong.
Each year, deer vehicle crashes cause death, damages, and injuries. And about 1 in every 100 drivers is likely to have a collision with a deer. For tips to avoid hitting a deer, visit EerieInsurance.com.
A message from the Bean Insurance Agency and Erie Insurance.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back. Perry County, the ballpark at Quoin High School. What a ballpark she is. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside on WMIX, online today at mywithersradio.com. Of course, we're online every day, so no difference that makes. But, however, you can follow us on Facebook. How about Twitter, at 94 Sports, and you can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. I believe DC is tweeting as we speak. Brought the laptop today. Make it a little bit easier.
I'm getting there with the laptop. I figured out the facilities and amenities that we're at. And you can get some things done.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting some things done. Do you scoreboard update? Let me know.
All right, 9-1-2 coming. Gately leads us off, swings through the first pitch and misses. Went outside on that one. Got him to chase, and it's 0-1. Jones and Thomas to follow. What's our update?
And the 2, Pinckneyville leads Benton at Benton, 2-0.
Interesting.
Rangers have 3 errors in the first 2 innings for that one.
That's uncharacteristic, as it's 0-2 now. Gately swings through another one. That scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, see Tony in Mount Vernon or log on to TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Doesn't chase this time. Good waste pitch in the turf outside, 1-2 to Gately. Rams have no runs, 1 hit today. Not going to get it done thus far. Of course, if you don't get on base, I guess you can't strand runners. As the next one bobbles and weebles into the dirt. Make that turf 2-2.
You know WrestleMania was this weekend?
Yeah, it is.
You know, I had just a text log from somebody just now wanting to know if we were getting that. Mike, are you kidding me?
We may not get them all anymore, but
we're going to get that one.
Yeah, granddaddy of them all, 2-2 to Gately, outside the low, full count. I don't know half the matches, but I'm still going to say.
There'll be some different.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah, you like this new too.
Camaraderie and the evangelism of it. They're going to ring them up on a high pitch. Backwards K on Gately. First strikeout of the day for either pitcher. 1 out in the inning, top of the third, still 3-0 to Quoin.
Sustenance will be there.
We don't call it evangelism.
Hang on.
We had a term for it.
I use this on the golf course about 10 miles that way all the time, but I can't think of it today. We use all the time.
So Jones will stand in, swing and miss at the first pitch.
Fellowship.
Fellowship, thank you.
That's what we say at the golf course. We have fellowship.
Some churches have evangelism committees and fellowship committees. Yep. As we wait the 0-1 to Jones. Sends it the opposite way. Going foul, looks like maybe over the batting cage. One of the temporary trailers, construction trailers. Counts 0-2. Can't get to the bank during the stretch, don't worry. Bank in the stands with Banterra's cell phone banking. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. As Mansker winds and fires, goes inside this time. On Jones, he'll take it. It's 1-2. Some navy blue shirts here for the uniforms, or for the umpires today. They are uniforms, I suppose. 1-2 to Jones still as he fouls it off to the backstop.
Hey, it's too early to send out the date and time for everything, wouldn't you say? Should I go ahead?
Nah, doors. You got to let people know when the doors are going to open. As it's fouled off over the third base dugout. It's one of my better half because she's been wavering all week.
Really?
Tell her how much. I told her how much. I told her that you said that she had to come, and she's got a lot going on this weekend.
Well,
by that, really not a whole lot, to my knowledge, as Jones gets a piece of one. Sends it high to the right field fence, and that'll fall for a base hit. Jones is going to have to settle for a single. As a reminder, it's only about 295 to right field, that 25-foot high fence. And so, be that as it may, it's still a one-out base hit for Zach Jones. Just what he needed. He had a leadoff triple yesterday. What a leadoff triple it was. That set the tone for that ball game. He came around to score off of the Zonders RBI. Thomas stands in with one out and a runner on first. They'll check on Jones at first base. Holding his lower back awkwardly. But he'll get up without a problem.
Got to watch that back injury.
Might have got him with a ball or with a hard tag. I didn't see. What I do see is a 3-0 DuQuoin lead here in the top of the third with a runner on and one out for the Rams as Thomas, who grounded out to second his last time up, stands in. Trying to make something happen here for the Rams. 9-2 on the year with 11 games in. This is number 12. This is going to be a ground ball to short. Mercier picks it up, fires to second. They will not turn two. Thomas is going to head for second base. So it'll be a runner on second and 2 out.
Fielder's choice and an error. Nice slide out there by Jones to take out the double play. Mercier could not get a good look, and Jones slid hard into second base. And some yapping going on. And pitcher's being told to go to the mound, and that's enough. And they're checking on the shortstop right now. There's kind of a hard slide out there at second base.
All right, I just set my plans for Sunday.
There we go. Okay.
Good to know.
All right.
The Miracle Modern Verizon.
As Coach Holloway is also curious as to the health of Mercier out there at second.
Hey, you never want to see a player, be it one of your own or one of the opposition's, injured in the ball game. There's no doubt about that.
And don't know what's going on out there at second, but things are being calmed down. I think both coaches, obviously, sliding into second base at this level, a little different what you see in next week when Major League starts. You see
Not to mention, it's also a little different sliding on turf as it is dirt.
I'm not sure what the pitcher did. I think the pitcher went out there to get a look at Jones sliding in there at second, and he got a little flustered. And I think the DuQuoin coach was telling him to get back to the mound and be quiet. Everybody's
usually the best thing you can do in any situation, regardless of what your intent may or may not be.
Right. And now the umpire will step in, tell the pitcher, hey, you know, everything's under control. It's a nice day. Let's just play. Hard slide at second. I mean, that's, you know, you're going to stand in there as a middle infielder on the double play, and you're going to take your time around that bag. You're going to get clipped one way or the other. 2 outs, though. That's the problem for Mount Vernon with that runner at second.
Zonders will stand in. 2 gone, a runner on second base here in the top half of the third inning. Still a 3-0 Indian lead. Don't bank on the away team. Bank for the locals. Is Banterra, locally owned and operated. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Pitch on the way. Zonders fooled by the breaking pitch. It's 0-1.
The curiosity of the turf field I have is the pitcher's mound, because obviously that will be the most wear and tear besides the batter boxes. How do you replace that? That was my question.
Right. 0-1 to Zonders. Reaches out, pushes that foul. First base side out of play. It's 0-2. That's a good question, because we've seen another place that has the mound, the turf mound, that, yeah, you know, doesn't look very good right now. Or is it once did, I should say. She's aged a little bit. 0-2. He'll push a foul again. Dang it.
Oh.
That'll be all right. Ooh. Feel for those who did not park at the football field like I did.
Yep. You don't park at the football field, that's what happens.
0-2 to Zonders. He'll let that one go. Outside corner misses 1-2.
It'll be a big at-bat. You like to see Mount Vernon, even if you only get one, get a run here and get back in after this hard slide, because DuQuoin would take a lot of momentum to the dugout to get out of this.
Outside again, 2-2. The count even to Zonders. Right-handed bat here, grounded out to third. Back in the first to end it. Count's even here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mansker would love to get out of the inning, maybe a curveball this time. And Zonders will send that to the shortstop. Mercier picks it up, doesn't have a throw, and it'll be runners at the corners.
Had to eat. It wasn't going to no way throw out Zonders at first base in the third Mount Vernon hit, but did a good job. A couple of things. Coach Holloway telling Thomas at third to hold on to the bag. Third baseman stayed to cover. As the shortstop made that play, he was going toward third base, and you have to stay on the bag there at that third baseman there. You don't want to get thrown out and the ball behind you.
So runners at the corners now, 2 gone, top of the third for Grant Garrett, trying to get the Rams in this one. Has an RBI chance. Again, that hang-up, the fact that there's 2 outs here in this inning. Masker trying to get out of it, preserve that shutout here in the third as Grant Garrett will step in, hoping to have something to say. He grounded out to third. Back to the top half of the second.
We see the old forced balk here.
We could. Wouldn't be the first time.
So some names, Tim Holloway having played under Kent Stevens and Gil Bernard. Those 2 coaches back from Mount Vernon and the lower levels in the high school used to use that all the time.
Now the first pitch to Garrett will miss high. 1-0.
Forrest Balk won a sectional in '85 for Waltonville.
Really?
Yep, beat Bree Central.
Nice. You've seen a lot in your years. They will check on the runner at first.
No, it wasn't close.
And calling for time is Clayton Reeves, a courtesy runner.
Clayton Reeves is bang. Clayton, he's had some trouble last couple of games I've seen.
That's Ellis, I'm sorry.
That's Ellis, I was going to say it was Clayton. Clayton Reeves had a couple head shots the other day sliding into home plate.
8 and 6 are very similar on the Ram uniform.
Just a number of
you don't get to see a lot of that separation there with the numbers as Tyler Ellis comes in to courtesy run. Or the pitcher, Zane Saunders.
End of 3, Pinckneyville leads Benton 2-zip.
2-zip, 3-zip? 2-zip, same score. Brought to you by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt, on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon, or online at TonyWilt.com. Call in or click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
One of your favorites, Capuano, throwing well today.
Is he?
Spring training, yeah.
The Duke alum. Not basketball. It's okay. Baseball. Do you hold any grudge towards Duke in baseball? Or ill will, I should say, not grudge.
What university are you talking about?
Duke?
Never heard of them.
Maybe on the basketball floor you haven't, but I didn't know if they were all right in baseball for you.
I don't know anything about them.
Nobody does, just Chris Capuano.
Chris Capuano, I mean,
that's about it.
You know?
Yeah, he was on the Young and the Restless one time.
Yeah.
Soup and
Ryan Braun.
Was Ryan Braun on there?
Oh, yeah. Jeff Supon was there.
Well, they had to go to Genoa City.
Well, yeah,
with Wisconsin.
With the early out today, I got to see the Friday episode a little early today before I made my trek down
there. That's what took you.
I'm a Y&R diehard.
2-0 to Garrett as he gets a piece of this, sends this towards left, will tie the ball game. Waiting at the wall is the left fielder, and we've tied it up with a 3-run blast by Grant Garrett, and that is his second home run of the season.
Nice bomb over the left field fence. And that ball carried right on out of here. We're all tied at 3.
Not bad. He is one of those that we talked about, Danny. Has the power with these new bats to go deep. And it's going to be all about his timing. We've seen him hit some just foul long distances and finally able to catch up with one there for number 2. And we are tied 3-3. Rams will take it.
That error?
Yeah. Those always come back to haunt you.
Yep. 3 RBIs there, and we're all tied up at 3 apiece. New ball game.
That brings up Young with the bases empty, 2 outs, tied at 3, top half of the third inning. As Mansker looks in at the Ram catcher, here it comes. Low, ball 1. Not a bad inning here for the Rams, and Grant Garrett just put his name in the hat for the Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game.
He always has his name in the hat.
Oh, he tries. There's no doubt about that. Plays hard. 1-1 as it's taken for a strike by Young, the right-handed bat. Your community, your choice, your bank with 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. As Young swung through that. Ball's behind now, 1-2, but this time, since it's the opposite way, second baseman Boss will pick it up, fire to first inside. So 4-3 will retire the side, but the Rams come back to tie it up on a Grant Garrett home run. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke is an orthopedic surgeon specializing in spine surgery, treatment of the injured back, and will provide the newest state-of-the-art procedures in the region. Dr. Steinke is fellowship trained in spine and brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks and will see patients starting in April. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
More baseball action ahead on WMIX and mywithersradio.com.
And we welcome you back to the ballpark at Quoin High School. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside as we head to the bottom of the third inning, tied at 3. With Fred, Voss, and Youngman coming up here for the Indians. Zonders back out for another inning of work. Fires a changeup that time. It's a ground ball to third. Harrison will pick it up off the hop. Fire to first. Great play off of the hop throw by Trevor Flota. At 5-3 will retire Fred to get us started.
Trevor made a nice play. He's made several plays so far this season at the first base bag, trying to dig plays out of the dirt for today, Turk.
Well, the Rams very blessed with capable first baseman in the form of Jared Antis, Zane Zonders, Trevor Flota, all in their time sharing the role at first base, but played very well.
After his pitch, I'll tell you what.
Okay. Zonders fires the first one inside the boss who fouled off on one.
You hit one to left center here, and you could run till tomorrow. It is deep. I'm going to say good 375 to center, but I'm going to say it's about a good 390 out there at left center. That's a long way from home plate. Maybe further.
The National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central Marion County until 5:30 p.m. At 5:03 p.m., National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing quarter-size hail. This storm was located near Odin, or near Salem, and moving east at 15 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Salem, Omega, Stephen Forbes State Park, Selmaville, Tonti, Brubaker, Carter, Almandayuca. Severe thunderstorms produce damaging wind in excess of 60 miles per hour, destructive hail, deadly lightning, and very heavy rain. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of your home or business. Heavy rains flood roads quickly, so do not drive into areas where water covers the road. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 5:30 p.m. for the following county: Marion County, Illinois.
That is the fourth two-point hit. Just notice you can sit down by the dugout just on the outside of it. You can sit there and watch the game from like the corner by the dugout. Nice people down there.
Nice.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I see the cheese, which is Buzz.
Yeah, not that.
I thought it was one of our mutual friends.
No.
You know,
not quite. Chapman had a sac fly RBI back in the first to make it 3-0. He'll step in, take one low and away for ball one.
Oh, I like the fact when Benton and Pinckeyville get together and play in anything. I hear one updates from one side, don't get anything from the other side. And then why, what's happening, how come? Always love it.
Always interesting. Runner on first, 2 outs here, home half of the third inning. A 3-3 ball game. Low and away goes the Zonders pitch to the right-handed Chapman, 2-0.
This would be if Mount Vernon could get out of this inning scoreless. A lot of momentum in the first base dugout to the Rams heading the top of the fourth.
Well, I would wholeheartedly agree. Swung through to the 2-0, make it 2-1. In a runner on first here, bottom of the third inning. Rams tied it up with a Grant Garrett blast back in the top half of this inning. Tied it at 3. Zonders with new life out there on the hill will fire the 2-1. Not that hill. As it got away from Young, he'll recover, but the runner will take second base. So runner in scoring position, RBI chance here for Chapman.
I can almost give an error there, too. Because that runner didn't take off until it was bobbled. I think I will.
Got to do what you got to do.
And I'm more strict. I've been brought up in the school of strictness as far as that.
Lead off at second base with 2 outs, 3-1 will be fouled off. Uh-oh. And it'll make it a full count.
What are you worried about over there? One of your friends' cars?
Yeah, one of my buddies parked their car over there. He's in kind of a bad spot right now.
Dangerous.
I worry about him.
I'm safe. I'm parked on the north side of the
we're good over there.
Yes.
Full count offering him. Miss high, and that'll put 2 aboard here with 2 out for John Boss. Next time he'll know not to park there.
Yeah. What happens when you drive by and scout the facility weeks before to see what's going on?
Right.
Well, of course, when I came by a couple weeks ago, they didn't have the netting up for the backstop fence yet. They had to cancel some early home games. Didn't have that in yet, but have since gotten that done. So, fantastic field. Oh, I love this place.
They've definitely done a remarkable job with it. It's absolutely fantastic. Of course, Second Chance Auto is your home for the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced at $10,000 in one location. Also, bank rate financing for everybody at Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, proud supporters of the Rams and Lady Rams. We'll now have a visit to the mound, presented by Ford Square. Follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. You can like us on Facebook, WMIX Sports.
Another milestone today.
Of course, I was just emailed by a listener asking what was going on with the weather today. Of course, a severe thunderstorm watch change. Go ahead. Number 119 in effect for most of the listing area until 10 o'clock. Just a watch. Means conditions are favorable. Keep an eye to the sky and a NOAA weather radio for the latest goings-on.
Jones is on the mound. And Paninsky goes in at short for Mount Vernon. And that'll be all for Saunders, I believe, unless he went to third. No.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saunders is at third. Jones is your pitcher. Jones, your all-time leader in saves at Mount Vernon Township High School, by the way, though this is obviously not a save situation.
No.
I'll mention that whenever I can. Always nice to see a kid break a record. Of course, you always hate it for the favorite that lost the record. But it is what it is.
Saunders went 2 2/3. And 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those earned, had a walk and a strikeout. He leaves. So Jones goes from short to the mound. Saunders back to third. Paninsky comes in for Harrison at third, goes short. So Paninsky will bat for.
Paninsky technically comes in for Harrison and will not bat.
Will not bat because Grant Garrett's the DH. Very good.
There you go.
I kept looking up the lineup card.
So Hay at short, Scrabble at third, and
so if you're keeping
and Rolade on the hill.
Brett Barron's here from Channel 3. Nice to see him.
Twitter friend of ours.
Good friend of ours. Following off with Twitter and sports, yeah.
I think if you follow them and they follow you, it's a friendship.
Well, we had a good conversation with him at Peoria after the Woodlock Championship.
Yes, we did.
We need
first and second are your runners. With 2 out here in the bottom of the third, Boss steps in. That's John Boss. Takes the first pitch inside from Zach Jones.
Those who keep track, Saunders can't be the winner, but he can be the loser if these runs score before this inning's done and DuQuoin holds on.
He pitches 2 2/3 here today. Jones looks in, trying to get out of the inning. Swung through, did Boss. Counts even 1-1.
Well, this is an everybody day is what this is. The Rams don't play till next week. They don't have a game tomorrow, so it's an everybody day.
They play on Tuesday. That's all I can tell you. Here comes. Catches the outside corner. Great pitch by Jones. Great location. Gets back ahead of the count, 1-2 to the batter, Boss. He grounded out to second his last time up, 4-6. To retire the side back of the first.
Locations, everything.
Yes, it is, especially with runners on first and second. Tie ball game 3-3. Swung on a miss, so Jones comes in, faces the batter, Boss, and gets the strikeout. And we'll head to the top of the fourth, tied at 3. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the ballpark at Quoin High School. Nice name, I like that. Anytime you can say anything, name of facility at that high school, and that's your official name, I love it.
Good name. I just like what they've done with this place.
6-7-8, get a start. It's Pat the Bat Bradford to start, and he'll take one in the turf, 1-0.
The National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for east central Clinton County until 5:30 p.m. At 5:12 p.m., National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing quarter-size hail. This storm was located near Shattuck, or 6 miles northwest of Centralia, and moving east at 15 miles per hour. Locations impacted include mainly rural areas of eastern Clinton County. Severe thunderstorms produce damaging wind in excess of 60 miles per hour, destructive hail, deadly lightning, and very heavy rain. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of your home or business. Heavy rains flood roads quickly, so do not drive into areas where water covers the road. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 5:30 p.m. for the following county: Clinton County, Illinois.
Got a little overeager, overzealous.
All of the stuff in question or rain is north of 50, Route 50.
Oh, it is now, yeah.
I'll make that back. Never mind. Radar wasn't very fast. Let me go back and look.
Should be 1-1 to Williams.
Yeah.
That missed inside and got away. At least that's the count I have. You can look it up on your laptop, too.
I'm looking it up right now. The named weather app.
I got you. 4-letter weather app. Here it comes.
Well,
this is low and away, not that 4 letters. 2-1 to Williams.
Yeah, we got some stuff coming.
Oh, yeah.
Just to our west. Get a little closer in. See
in the turf again, 3-1 to Williams. 2 outs, nobody on. I need to tell you about Banterra Bank, don't I? Do that after this pitch to Matty, and he will lift that towards the right. O'Rourke's going to have to come back and get it. That'll fall for a blooper.
Yeah, O'Rourke was too busy getting back to the right field fence. When he got back, there's a little south wind blowing in. It blew back in on him too far. He wasn't able to get to it.
Don't support the other team. Go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. His Gately will stand in. Forgot looking at his last at that. That was to lead off the inning. That ended up tying it up as Williams got a lead off of first base, dives back in safely. What are you seeing over there, Isaac?
About 20, 30 minutes away from some precipitation, possibly.
I got you.
Maybe less than that.
Could be a precipitation.
10, 15 minutes.
Gately standing in. He'll take inside, had to turn. 1-0. He had a full count when he struck out his last at bat. Ended up high. Didn't blame him for taking it. Look as close as it was. They'll check on Williams again. He's safe. Beats it with a head-first dive. Tempter Still around 78, 79 here.
Cooled
in Perry
off,
County.
though, a little bit, you can tell.
As the runner's going. And
I tell you what.
You can't get any more accurate on throw. It hit second base, and great play on the backup to stop it, as Williams took second on the stolen base.
That ball was thrown perfectly by Chapman, hit the base. The shortstop and second baseman did communicate and didn't get there. Ball hit the base. Luckily, it did go too far to center for Williams to go to third.
Of course, it's a 2-0 count here on Gately. Runner in scoring position now. Swings and misses. High fastball, 2-1. See what happens here. We're at the top of the fourth, tied at 3. Gately threatens bunt. See if he pulls back. Does. Takes across the outside corner. The count's evened up at 2. So precarious position now for the Ram hitter with a runner on second. And 2 outs here in the top half of the fourth inning. Take exception with precarious?
No, there's some...
I got you. Runner's going again, and that'll be a ground ball. The shortstop, Mercier, will pick it up and fire in time. Great play off of the hop, off of the bounce by Dorsey to complete the putout. And we are through 3.5, still 3-3. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. When we hear our customers talk about the Ram 1500 full-size truck, we hear adjectives like tough, hard worker, legendary, extremely durable, just to name a few. The 2012 Ram 1500 stands up to all types of work, from hauling rock in the rock quarries to tailgating at rock concerts. The Ram pickup stands up to every job, not backing down from any. And the best part is the great incentives available right now on remaining 2011 Ram models. We have 2011 Rams that MSRP for $38,460 that we are selling for $31,210. Great truck, great price. Come into King City Chrysler at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and see one of our sales professionals today, where you can count on us.
Back to Rams Baseball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And we head to the bottom of the fourth, tied at 3. Rams and DuQuoin at the ballpark at DuQuoin High School. Dorsey, Spencer, and Mercier due up for the Indians. To start off with a 3-run first, the Rams came back to tie it in the third. And since then, we've been deadlocked. Pitcher is still Zach Jones. He pitched a third of an inning, got a strikeout to end the bottom of the third threat by the Indians, who had 2 on and 2 out. See what happens as Dorsey gets it started. I believe he singled to lead off the second. We'll see if even innings prove to be a charm for Dorsey, as Jones will wind and fire. Here it comes. First pitch of the Indians, a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Our scoreboard updates today presented by Tony Wilt as the next pitch is on the way. Takes it high, but it's a strike, 0-2. For all your insurance, financial service needs, visit your local State Farm rep, Tony Wilt, on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon, online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. They'll appeal on the check swing down to first on the high fastball. No go, they said. Did not go, won't go. 1-2. See how Jones rebounds here. Well, the miss goes high heat again. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts here for Zach Jones on in relief of Zane Saunders.
Not doing too bad.
Not too shabby, as they say.
Uh-oh. Falling apart. 7-5 now. Pinckneyville leads Fenton to the bottom of the fourth.
Ruh-roh. Scoreboard updates presented by T-Dub.
Rain's imminent. That's a different breeze.
Yeah. Cooler breeze as Jones comes inside on the left-handed Spencer. He'll take 1-0. Really like to get this one in today. Time is a factor and of the essence, of course, as they'll go outside this time, trying to work the corners to Spencer. Swings and misses, 1-1. Follow us on Twitter at 94Sports, or you can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports, or there's always the ever-reliable MyWithersRadio.com to stay up to date. Next one's on the way, check swing in the turf, 2-1.
Feels much better now.
Yeah. No, I do not feel like chicken tonight.
I can't. I don't.
I know you don't.
Kind of smell like fish.
Ooh, great pitch across the inside corner to left-handed Spencer. Even counted 2 by Jones. Pitched well here today in limited action. Obviously, this is just his third batter faced. See if he can get another strikeout. Can he go back-to-back-to-back? He will across the inside corner. This will be his first backwards K of the afternoon, and Jones in 3 batters has 3 Ks.
morning, good afternoon, good night. 3 hitters, KKK. Now, Sears up. He reached on the error before and then was thrown out a second trying to advance. We'll make it look interesting. Here comes first pitch for Sear. Fouls that off right field side. It'll scoot out a play over the bullpen. Near the trainer out there for DuQuoin out behind. I bet he's on alert for the weather, I had to guess.
Yep. People don't realize, well, these certified athletic trainers do. 0-1 is on the way, and that's going to be sent into center. It'll fall for a base hit.
That's the 5th for DuQuoin as the hit parade evens up 5 apiece for both teams.
What they will do is if they see lightning, they'll monitor the lightning situation. Every strike, they'll add 30 minutes to the clock.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one you see.
And they'll have lightning meters out there to detect how far the lightning is away from the facility.
Right.
Which are cool devices for people like you and I.
Yes, they are, as Mansker steps back in. Mansker. The runner on first and 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
People looking over their right shoulder towards us, toward the west. It must be getting dark.
Next one's on the way, and that's low. Should be 2-0 here to Mansker.
Doesn't look threatening. As in,
there was something around Lively Grove about 30 minutes ago or so. In western Washington County, that was about it. This one's going to see its way through right side of the infield. Great poke by Mansker, and it'll be first and second with 2 outs.
Nice piece of hitting. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner. He drove it into right field between first and second.
Third baseman, Brandon. So Fred will step in. So right now, there's a little bit going on in central Washington County. Because they have a significant weather advisory until 6 p.m. That's not a severe warning or anything.
No.
As the first pitch to Fred misses high.
But being up here in the company confines of this wonderful press box.
So they're still tracking that one that's now east of Lively Grove, southwest of Nashville. Now at a snail's pace at 10 miles an hour. 1-0's coming right down central to Fred, 1-1.
That means if you were underneath that one, you're swimming for a while.
Yep. You're looking at Nashville, Addyville, DuBois, Posen.
Right down that corridor.
Always stay near a NOAA weather radio. As Fred will lift this one towards right. The second baseman, Williams, will come up with a play. Not a bad move there by Williams. Had the best look on it, had the best side, and down go the Indians here in the 4th. They'll strand 2, still tied at 3. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
How do you spend your Saturday mornings? Wake up, grab coffee, get something to eat? Why not add a little WMIX Saturday Sports Show to your Saturday? From 8:08 until 10 o'clock, we have guests, discussion, and fun involving the regional sports topics that matter to you. It's the pick-me-up you need to start your morning off right. It's the Saturday Sports Show every single week on WMIX AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the ballpark at Quoin High School. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Top of the order coming at you with Zach Jones, Landon Thomas, and Zane Saunders. And we are tied at 3. Quoin got off to an early start with 3 runs in the first, but a Grant Garrett 3-run blast tied us up in the 3rd. Jones gets us started. Ground ball already to second. Boss will pick it up and fire to first base in time. 4-3 goes Jones.
That's too easy.
1 pitch, 1 out. Making it easy on the pitcher, Austin Mansker. Again, we're under a thunderstorm watch, number 119, until 10 o'clock in the listening area. Thomas was showing bunt, pulled back as it went high. 1-0. We'll be speaking at Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game in our Bean Insurance postgame show as the 1-0 comes. Nice pitch. Bottom fell off of that one. Like it came right off the end of the table. 0-1 as it caught the corner Or 1-1 now to Thomas as it caught the corner. Now low this time. Play goes to the 5-hole. The catcher gets to the backstop, 2-1. That watch will go until 10 o'clock, we remind you. Familiar faces, new places. Bank with Ray and Bria, Community First Bank's new 42nd Street location in Mount Vernon. And welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. As Thomas gets a piece of one towards right center field, but it hangs up just enough for Youngman to come in and make the grab on in stride. Yep.
Hard hit ball that just hung up in the wind trail there in right center and went for a nice little line out to center field.
All right, I'm good now. Zonders will stand in with 2 outs, bases empty, fouls one off third base side, 0-1. The old cough button action. Of course, it defeats the purpose if I tell you about it. Not that you couldn't hear it in the background anyhow.
The National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for east central Clinton County, southwestern Marion County until 6 p.m. At 5:26 p.m., National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing quarter-size hail. This storm was located near Shattuck, or 6 miles northwest of Centralia, and moving east at 10 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Centralia, Shattuck, Central City, Sandoval, Odin, Fairman, Junction City, Selmaville, Walnut Hill, and Dundee. Severe thunderstorms produce damaging wind in excess of 60 miles per hour, destructive hail, deadly lightning, and very heavy rain. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of your home or business. Heavy rains flood roads quickly, so do not drive into areas where water covers the road. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6 p.m. for the following counties in Illinois, Clinton and Marion.
Powered by Banterra Bank.
And we welcome you back, Rams Baseball on the road. The ballpark at Quoin High School, tied at 3, Rams and Quoin Indians. We head to the bottom of the 5th with Nate Boss, Camden Youngman, and Travis Chapman coming up. There you go. I just got to slow yourself down a little bit. And, yep.
Hey, why don't you stand at football bleachers down the third base line here at Quoin? You get a great view of the game, I would imagine.
As the first pitch of the inning from Jones is outside on the corner for strike 1.
2 fields right by each other. The baseball fields, they combine with the football field, and you can sit in the football bleachers, top row, and you get a good look at the field.
Yes, you do. Nice standing view. Here comes check swing in the turf. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't support the other team. Make sure you go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC, the official voice of Rams Radio on WMIX. 1-1 is the count to the right-handed batter Boss. 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored back in the first, and now rips one to short. Jones will pick it up. Fire to first in time. Great stretch there by Flota. 6-3 retired Nate Boss. It's an outstanding facility. Yeah, well crafted. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Seriously, wasn't. Any pun on that. Intentionally. As Youngman will stand in, bases empty, 1 out. Jones will fire low and away.
Now, I noticed, we talk about the pitchers, man. I noticed out there's a seam on either side of the rubber. I wonder if you can pick that seam out to do replacement in.
I think you probably could. So I was just curious. 1-0 coming Youngman. Takes it on the outside corner, 1-1.
Now, the only thing I would be, if I'm Quoin, I would be careful if my pitcher is going from a turf mound to a dirt mound. It's a difference.
Sure. Comes inside this time on Youngman. 2 balls and a strike.
That's got to be a different feeling as well as playing on an all-turf field and then going to a turf grass infield.
Sure it is.
Got to be.
2-1 is the count. Here comes the next one from Jones. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Youngman 2 for 2 today. He had a 2 RBI double back in the first that really made it interesting. And then singled back in the third. Now it's a 2-2 count here, working against Jones for the first time. Takes outside, just misses. Full count. There's 0-1 pitch. The Youngman ripped for a 2 RBI double. 2-1 when he went for a single. Let's see what happens here on the full count from Zach Jones. Pitch is on the way. And that is going to be sent right field line. Still in fair territory. Finally gets out. Count stays full.
They got bad here by Youngman, making Jones throw a lot of pitches here in the bottom of the fifth.
I'll tell you the only disadvantage I would have on field turf. That is the absolute policy of no sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
And for obvious reasons. I mean, it would just be tough for me. Full count coming again. Misses inside. And that'll be a 1-out walk and shoot to Youngman, as he'll take first base again. Now still 2 for 2. With Chapman coming up, he had a sac fly RBI in the first. He walked and was stranded back in the third. Double play ball here might help Zach a little bit. As I said Jones earlier when it was Penensky that made the play at short. Force a habit, of course, as the first pitch comes inside to Chapman. Jones can't pitch and get the ground ball short.
It now leads 8-7. All their runs coming in the bottom of the field.
Oh! Tony Wilt brings you that scoreboard update. Of course, like a good neighbor, Tony is there. TonyWilt.com, 42nd and South Water Towers, his corner office in Mount Vernon. This one's going to be sent right field side. That is a fair ball.
Yep.
As the runners will stop at second and third. Great throw in that time by Gately to hurry it up. But now a mega RBI chance with only 1 out here for John Boss.
Chapman lines one down the right field line off the end of the bat. He'll come out with the courtesy runner. And that ball hit about 290 feet down the right field line, just inside the chalk. And a very nice play by Gately out there to corral that ball and get it back in quickly. Second and third, and nobody out for Quoin.
Astonishing. Boss will stand in. Runners on second and third. 1 out here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. 3-3. We're tied. Indians trying to unlock this tie here against Zach Jones, and that'll be ripped towards right. That is deep, and that is high. That is going to be over the 25-foot fence for a 3-run shot, and DuQuoin is back on top, 6-3.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That ball was well over the right field fence, and I mean, almost hit the train car out there in right field, and DuQuoin has doubled up and went up 6-3.
One pitch, just like that, we're tied. Or DuQuoin's back on top, I should say. That's what I get for multitasking. So Dorsey standing in, 1 for 2 today. Base is empty, 1 out, 6-3. His team on top, and here comes the first pitch. It's across the inside corner. 0-1 here to Dorsey. Don't get caught looking in an embarrassing situation. Make sure you've opted in your debit card for overdraft purchases. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Next one. Foul, third base side, hits the backstop off of the hop off the turf, and down in the count, 0-2 is Garrett Dorsey. Woof. 0-2 coming. Foul to the backstop. Count stays the same. No balls, 2 strikes. 6-3. Couple of home runs in the game, and that one by John Boss is massive over that tall right field fence. Check swing this time. Looks like he might have gone, but did not. It missed the plate. It'll be 1-2 here to Dorsey.
Tough home run to give up there. Kind of playing in Mount Vernon's old field by the high school.
Indeed. As Dorsey waits on one, sends that in the left for a base hit.
I'll tell you what. Dorsey pulled his hands in about as well as I've seen a high school kid lately be able to pull the hands into the body and swing and still muscle one out to left field. What a tremendous piece of hitting there.
Did a great job. Got himself aboard with only 1 out. Spencer coming up.
Ninth hit of the day for DuQuoin.
Struck out his first appearance against Jones. First pitch is on the way. Golf swing that time. Fouls it off third base side, 0-1. Follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Pitch on the way is going to be a ground ball to second. Ken Williams turn 2. He'll try to tag the runner, throw to first. In time, got them both. So 4-3 will be your double play, and the Rams out of a jam here in the fifth, but not before giving up. The go-ahead 3-run shot, 6-3 DuQuoin after 5. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
It's back and better than ever. Red Lake College Golf Outlet's Super Demo Day on Saturday, April 7th. Major manufacturers' representatives will be on hand to answer any questions about your favorite equipment, plus free balls and fittings. You can test the best golf equipment in the industry. Plus, RLC has outrageous sales all day, including some new drivers, TaylorMade RBZ, Cleveland Classic, and Adams Fast 12, all for just $2.99 each. Save on a short game. Mizuno JPX 800 HD or Adams A12 OS irons, just $6.99. Callaway Razor XHL irons, just $5.99. Or play the percentages. 20% off all in-stock Ping K15 Series clubs or Callaway shoes. Also, 30% off select name brand bags. And for one day only, all clothing is 20% off. See how you can get some name brand clubs for up to half off. Come test the latest and greatest equipment and enjoy free hot dogs and soft drinks at Super Demo Day, Saturday, April 7th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. at the Red Lake College Golf Outlet off of Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back top of the 6th from the ballpark at Quoin High School.
The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Wayne County until 6:15 p.m. At 5:35 p.m., National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing quarter-size hail and damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. This storm was located near Sisson, or 7 miles south of Flora, and moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. Locations in the warned area include Sisson, Johnsonville, Mount Erie, and Jeffersonville. Seek shelter indoors. Stay tuned to weather radio or local media for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6:15 p.m. for the following county: Wayne County, Illinois.
Why idea I'm off? No idea.
This is my 11th game of the year off. I don't know
because
April 1st.
Because Garrett did catch 2 days in a row.
Right.
That's why I'm off.
Garrett needs a day off. I'm off. This is my 11th game. Is that Clayton Reeves? No.
Oh, it's Ellis. Tyler Ellis will stand in. Young the bat, Ellis off of first base, and the first pitch to Collin missed high, 1-0. As Mansker gets set out of the stretch, he'll fire a strike in there, inside corner, 1-1. The count's even to Young.
What was DuQuoin's record coming this game?
1-2.
1-2. I'm telling you.
Lost to Benton, as you said, on a walk-off home run. As they'll check on Ellis over at first base. He's back with a head-first dive.
Pretty good 1-2 team.
Yeah, not bad.
Benton and Pinckneyville going at it over at Benton. The Rangers up 8-7 after 4. They scored 8 in the fourth.
I believe the Indians have Flora and El Dorado, I think, tomorrow, as Young will have to turn in. 2-1 as that missed high. Rams are idle now. No game with Harrisburg tomorrow. That'll now be on Thursday, May the 3rd. Due to a scheduling issue in Harrisburg. Here comes the next one, then the turf, 3-1 to Young.
Well,
seems to happen every year.
Wondering, Mansker had 63 pitches coming into this inning.
As Young stands in, Ellis off of first. Young will rip one through the left side of the infield. That'll be a base hit. It'll be first and second with nobody out. For Pat the Bat.
Nice guy to have up. He's been hot all week.
First and second here for Bradford. Represents the game's tying run as the Rams trail 6-3 here in the top half of the sixth inning. We're going to see a visit to the mound presented by Ford Square. There's nothing more attractive than confidence, and yours will be at an all-time high when you buy a new Lincoln at Ford Square. Not only do you get a great offer, you also get the standard 4-year, 50,000-mile maintenance plan only from Ford Square, where the best never rests. See what we have now. See if I can give you an update on the weather. Nope. There's no real updates to pass along.
definitely cooler. A little bit. I mean, you look to the southeast, so we're looking at it's crystal clear, but you see clouds above us to the cracks of the roof, or the overhangs go over each other.
At the bat, standing in. Saw it in the turf. I don't know. Saw a flash, but I wasn't sure if that was a flash of you-know-what or a flash from camera.
If it would have been, we'd have been off the field by now. No way in this day and age you let that go on.
Hopefully a camera. Runners on first and second. Nobody out for Bradford. Takes high this time. Ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. He flew out fairly deep to left field his last time up. Had a single back in the second. Now has an RBI chance with the runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch on the way to Bradford, and he'll lift that foul. First base side shouldn't be a problem. Chapman underneath it. It'll get away, and he will not make the grab. So lucky break there for Bradford. It's a strike.
Now, that flash, and then I heard thunder, or heard something rumble. So, don't know what's going on behind us, but we'll see.
Find out. 2-1. Count here on Bradford. And that'll miss high, making 3-1. You can feel that cool breeze coming in the windows. The rain breeze. 3-1 coming. Bradford swings through, and the count's full.
Chased one that time. You could see Mansker that time went low and away. Bradford chased it.
He does have a very Pat Burrell body.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great nickname. Pat the Pat. Here comes 1-3-2, and he swings through again. Chase that. Chase ball 4 a couple of times there, and that'll be the first out of the inning. That brings up Trevor Float. Trevor's grounded to third, and he has popped out to right here today.
That's somebody hit the bleachers.
Yeah, somebody in the bleachers.
Yeah. Okay.
So 1 out. Runners on first and second. Rams trailing here, 6-3. First pitch to Float, a high edge of the zone for strike 1. Past the 8,000 tweet plateau on @94Sports. Check us out. Twitter.com/94Sports if you're not on Twitter. Check swing by Float. Looks like it bounced off the plate. Runners will advance. I'm going to give him 1-1. I believe that was the call. Yep. So 1 ball, 1 strike here for T-Flow. Runners are on second and third. Definite RBI chance here in the 6th. The Rams are down a trio of runs.
This is going to be a place that will, Clayton Reeves will come in to run. This will be a place that will host many postseason events.
They do have the regional 2A this year, don't they?
Yes.
DuQuoin, Pinckneyville, Benton, among others.
Yeah, that's the big 3. Clayton Reeves going to come in to courtesy run for Colin Young, the catcher.
Ellis and Reeves are your runners. Second and third here with 1 out for Trevor Flota. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 6th. 6-3 is the DuQuoin lead. Their home run and inning to go was the difference. 1-1's coming to Flota. He'll check. Holds back, but he'll catch the outside corner. The right-hander's behind here, 1-2. Pretty big at bat, if I may say so. Yeah, with a pair in scoring position and only the 1 out in the inning. Mansker trying to get out of the mini jam, and here comes Flota. Will get a piece of that, send that to left center field. That'll fall for a base hit. Are they going to send Reeves? They will. It'll be 6-4. Reeves is coming around. No play at the plate, and it will be 6-5 as the Rams are back within a run, thanks to the 2 RBI single by Trevor Flota.
Trevor Flota, nice speed of the hitting, got a bat on it, and Mount Vernon's back to within 1 with that single and 2 RBI.
That brings up Matthew Williams with a runner on first, 1 out. We're at the top of the 6th. Now a 6-5 ball game. As the Rams are trying to make it interesting here in the 6th. Pitch on the way to Williams is in the turf. Gets away from the catcher. Floater will swipe second. So it's a runner in scoring position here for Williams. And now a well-placed base hit will tie this ball game, Danny, here in the 6th.
Yep. Well-placed hit. Right man at the plate for it.
He's good at the blooper. Pitch is on the way, and that's outside. Great stab by the catcher, Chapman. 1-1, 2-0 the count. Next one's on the way, and that's going to catch the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Hard to believe. We are well into this one as Williams gets one to the right side of the infield. It will advance the runner. Out at first is Williams on the 4-3. Goes right side that time, opposite way. But it advances the runner to the third base. So third base here for the Rams. 2 outs for Josh Gately. A big RBI chance, a big at-bat for Koo, who's really hit the ball well lately, but is 0 for 2 today. See if he can get the tying RBI here. It'd be the biggest base hit of his Rams career thus far. Swung through and missed. 0-1.
Mansker looks like he's getting stronger as this game goes on, in the 70s to 80 pitch count level right now here in the last week of March.
Rams need to try to tie this one here if they can, as that'll miss high. That's 1-1.
Was a knuckle curveball that didn't drop, or at least a knuckleball.
Interesting.
Yeah. See the way out of his hands, the fingers were bent.
They'll check on Flota at third base.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he was close.
Barely safe.
Yeah. He was sleeping. Got back in, though. Pretty nice little move there by Mansker.
Don't get caught looking in an embarrassing situation. Make sure you've opted in your debit card for overdraft purchases at Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 1-1 is the count here to Gately. As you'll swing through another, falls behind 1 and 2. 6-5, the Rams have played at 2 here in the top half of the 6th inning, thanks to the 2 RBI single by Trevor Flota. Stands on third base now, looking to come in and score, but behind him the count is Gately, 1 and 2. Swings through another. Mansker gets out of the jam as the Rams strand the tying run. 6-5 Quoin through 5.5. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
After disappointing results in last year's sectional championships, Mount Vernon Rams Baseball and Lady Rams Softball look for more hardware in 2012. WMIX is your home for every pitch of Rams Baseball and a great assortment of Lady Rams Softball. Tune in to AM 940 on game day and log on to mywithersradio.com to hear the Rams and Lady Rams worldwide. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball and Lady Rams Softball only on WMIX and mywithersradio.com. Presented by Banterra Bank, banking with local style.
Do you know what your mortgage rate is? You probably know what your monthly payment is, but your interest rate can make a big difference. With a lower interest rate, I may be able to help lower your monthly payment. Stop by People's National Bank today and ask to see me, Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist, about refinancing your current loan. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And we welcome you back as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. For the Indians, it'll be 9-1-2. Camden Mercier, Austin Mansker, and Brendan Fred. Indians on top 6-5 as the Rams were able to score a couple in their half of the 6th. Had the tying run on third base, but just could not make anything happen with that tying run. Mercier is 1 for 2 today, facing Zach Jones, who came on in relief. And that'll be knocked to second. Williams will pick it up, fires to first in time.
1 pitch, 1 out. I can see that. Mount Vernon will have a final chance here in that top of the 7th coming up quickly, hopefully.
So Mansker steps in. Stands to be the winning pitcher at this juncture of the ball game. His team up 6-5. Jones gets set. Out of the windup he comes. Swung on a miss. Went outside. Chasing was Mansker, 0-1. Grant Garrett certainly put his name in the hat to be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game with that 3-run blast that tied it earlier, but still, now it's 6-5. Foul tipped by Mansker. Falls behind 0-2. With 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts, Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. We'll have that Player of the Game award for you in the Bean Insurance postgame show. As Rams fans hoping it'll be in a winning effort here today, the Rams trail 6-5 for the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out and nobody on for Mansker. He's behind in the count, 0-2.
Keep looking back behind it. Some dark clouds rolling in now. We can see them through the different cracks.
Yes, we can. 0-2 coming. That's going to be sent right to the backstop screen. Stays 0-2. The updates died from
No, they're still coming from both sides.
Nice.
8-7 after 5. The updates are coming nicely.
Pitch outside the low. Great stop by Young, and the count is 1-2 here to Mansker.
Trying to keep all sides calm and cool in that one.
I got you.
Counseling may be needed.
Next one on the way, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. Picked up by Williams, fires over to first in time. Of course, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Jackson County and southwestern Perry counties here in southern Illinois.
That would be us.
As until, I know, we're in Perry. 6:15 p.m. is that one's in effect. Pinckneyville, Willisville, Campbell Hill, and Virginia. Tell you more about that. Thunderstorm warning. Here comes the first pitch to Fred. He'll take it low and away for ball 1. So again, that is a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Jackson and southwestern Perry. We're in Perry at the moment ourselves. Next pitch misses low and away, 2-0.
That Jackson County line is not very far.
Well, at 5:44 p.m., the NWS indicated a severe thunderstorm as the next pitch is on the way, and that's going to be sent towards right. Gately will give chase. It'll get past. This could be more than one. It'll possibly be a double for Fred. Williams on the relay, not in time. Got him off the bag, and so that'll do it for us. However, I will go ahead and tell you, severe thunderstorm capable of producing quarter-size hail and damage to winds next to 60 miles per hour, located near Willisville, or 12 miles east of Chester, moving east at 15 miles per hour. So if you're in the area and listening, maybe a DuQuoin fan, if you feel threatened, seek shelter. That'll do it for us through 6. Still 6-5 Indians. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview and Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals. Pekin Insurance.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
More baseball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And we head to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance coming here for the Rams. Top of the order due up. Zach Jones, Landon Thomas, and Zane Zonders. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Presented by Banterra Bank. Score an extra base hit with Banterra's Visa debit card. It provides the convenience of a checking account and a card. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. First pitch of the inning, outside corner for a strike, 0-1 to Jones. Severe thunderstorm warning, of course, for Jackson and Perry counties, portions of them until 6:15. As Jones gets a piece of one, sends that for a ride towards center. Youngman is on his horse, gives him a chase, and Jones can get anywhere in a hurry. He's around second. He'll stay there. It's a leadoff double for Zach Jones.
Well, I'll tell you what, he hit it in center field, turned his back, and once you see the number, you know it's a long run, and leadoff double for Zach Jones.
Of course, I reported that warning not to worry anybody in Jefferson County, but those, I know there's some in DuQuoin listening once they found out we were here. Northwestern Jackson and southwestern Perry until 6:15. At around 5:44, it was located about 12 miles east of Chester near Willisville. Check swing on the first pitch by Thomas, 0-1.
See some scud clouds coming in.
Yep. So an RBI chance here for LT with nobody out in the top half of the 7th. Tying run on second. He'll wait for this one. Foul it off. Little number. It's 0-2. Benton Pinckneyville. Late 7th?
Yeah.
Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, see Tony in Mount Vernon. He's on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower. If you see his red Jeep in the parking lot, stop in. He'd love to meet with you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And that's going to advance the runner to third, as it's going to be a ground out to second by Thomas. So 4-3 will go that. To third goes Zach Jones. So the tying runs on third with only one out, and in approaches the starting pitcher, not in position for the decision, Zane Zonders. Hit a single and scored on the Garrett home run back in the third. Now's a chance to tie it up. Play the role of hero. help out his relievers cause. Grant Garrett on deck. Here comes the first pitch. Zonders takes that side, catches the corner. That's the Storm approaching strike zone, 0-1.
Yeah, infield in for DuQuoin. Now they'll move back at the middle infield spots.
Takes outside again, 1-1.
Now they're halfway. They make up their mind. About halfway now. Not on the infield, green part of the turf, but very close.
1-1 coming. Offered at it, had to chase, and it's 1-2.
That was a little off-speed pitch that flowed outside and looked more like that knuckleball again.
It'll wreak havoc. Runner on third, 1 out. And Zonders may have hit this one deep enough to be trouble, and that'll fall for a base hit. The tying run, Zach Jones will come home to score. And we're tied at 6 on the RBI by Zane Zonders.
Nice job by Zane Zonders to battle that off for the 10th hit. Tied at 6. Nice job.
As that brings up Grant Garrett. Garrett today is 2 for 3 with a 3-run home run and and a single. 2 runs scored. At least his spot has scored 2 runs. I believe Ellis scored that run back in the 6th in his place. So Mansker now in a very interesting position. Had a chance to get the complete game and shut this one down here in the top of the 7th, but the Rams come back to tie it at 6.
Things around stat-wise. Both teams have combined for 12 runs on 20 hits.
Bean Insurance, an independent agency that can do the insurance shopping for you. Give them a call at 244-BEAN. They have multiple top insurance companies to choose from with great rates for your family. Give them a call, 244-BEAN. As Garrett stands in, takes a strike across the outside corner with Zonders standing off of first base. It's 0-1 to Grant. He possesses power. If you're a Rams fan, you'd love to see a base hit here to keep this inning going and move the runner along. Well inside now of the right batter's box for Garrett, 1-1. Alan Young on deck. Young singled and scored back in the 6th. Let's see what Garrett gets here on the 1-1 with a runner on first, 1 out. They'll check on the runner. It gets away. And Dorsey pinned the runner down, trying to get up.
Saunders is lucky because he was out. He was out by a long way, and Dorsey, in his effort to get over him to get to the ball, smart play by Dorsey, kept Saunders there.
A little bit of incidental contact.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about that. I know the Rams fans clamoring for a call, but perfectly legal. He was just trying to get up, ladies and gentlemen. As Grant will stand back in. And this time, muscles one foul behind us, 1-2. Ooh. That hit our friend's vehicle?
Yeah.
Did it really?
No. It was close. I heard it hit thump.
1-2 the count to Garrett. Runner on first, tied at 6, top 7, 1 out.
Time at play.
Guys looking a little bit more ominous.
Yeah, you got some scud clouds, dark clouds moving in to lead the way for the other stuff that's coming.
Mansker looks in. 1-2 runner going. That'll be outside. The throw down to second is in time. So out at second base is Zane Zonders, caught stealing.
That hurts.
Trying to be aggressive, tied at 6.
Yep.
It's 2-2 now to Garrett. 2 away, base is empty. Changes the complexion of this inning here with the Rams having come to tie it at 6. They're hoping to get that go-ahead run as well. Not over yet. See what happens on 2-2. Now it is. Strikeouts get out of the inning. Momentum back to DuQuoin. We're tied at 6, headed to the bottom of the 7th. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac in Centralia.
We love selling Cadillacs. Right now, we're doing our year model and closeout of the 2011s. We still have a few 2011s left, and we have huge incentives to move those. It's a great buying opportunity. If you're looking for a Cadillac right now, it may be more affordable than you think because we're out to move these 2011s out, and you can really save a lot of money.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac 1421 West McCord in Centralia.
For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back as we're here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Tied at 6, the Indians here at the ballpark at Quoin High School will send up the meat of their order, 3, 4, and 5. But Zach Jones still on the hill, so the loss wiped away at the moment as far as the decision is concerned for Zach Jones. So it'll be up to him to get out of this inning.
Quoin has 4 extras. Yeah, Quoin has 3, 4, 5 up. A lot of damage in that particular part of the order. Yeah, Boss has a single and a run scored. Youngman has 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. And Chapman has a sack RBI, a double, and a run scored. A lot of damage in this part of the order.
No kidding. Righty Jones will fire, misses high and away. 1-0 to Boss. Boss singled and scored back in the first, struck out in the third, grounded to short. Back in the 5th. Next one's on the way. Fouls it back, 1-1. Rams Baseball, as always, is presented by Banterra Bank. Glad to have you alongside on WMIX. Mount Vernon, Marion, Peoria. Free service from Withers Broadcasting. We pass the top of the 6 o'clock hour. Glad to have you on mywithersradio.com. Right back up the middle. Leadoff base hit. Yep. So the go-ahead run, game-winning run, is on first base for Camden Youngman. Had a pretty good day. He's reached all 3 times. He's walked and scored. He's had a 2 RBI double, and he has had a single today. So Jones on the hill here, bottom of the 7th, tied at 6, Rams to Quoin. The Indians have the winning run on first base with Camden Youngman stepping in. Jones will look in, fires out the stretch. They show Bonich, push down the first base side. Florida will tag the runner and advancing to second on the sacrifice was Boss.
Yep, runner in scoring position now after the nice bunt. Youngman, a kid who had 2 hits today, gives himself up for the sacrifice. Nice job.
So the runner in scoring position, in comes Travis Chapman. Tied at 6, bottom of the 7th. Quoin trying to push this game-winning run across the plate before any weather gets here. Trying to end it now. Jones, the pitcher, out of the stretch, looks towards the catcher, fires home, inside, catches the corner. Great pitch by Zach. 0-1. Looking is the catcher, Young. Loda playing back at first base. Here comes the pitch on the way. Foul tip. 0-2. Just got a piece of it. So Young and Jones with over some signs with the runner on second base.
Yep.
Wise move here. Game is tied at 6 in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out, 1 on. A game-winning run just happens to be on second base in scoring position. Travis Chapman had a double and scored back in the 5th. Time is called. Three runs in the first for the Indians, 3 runs in the 5th. Goose eggs every other. Rams had 3 runs in the 3rd to tie it up initially. Scored 2 in the 6th to come back within 1, and then tied it up in their half of the 7th.
Signs are a struggle right now. Waterloo beat Murfreesboro today 4-3. Baseball.
Nice. Tony Wilson scoreboard update. Rams play Murfreesboro on April the 30th. I've already played Waterloo. Looking back, now Jones fires, and that is going to be sent towards the right field line, getting out of play. Foul ball.
Home run distance, just right of the right field foul pole, which would be foul territory.
Had that been fair, that would have been it. Have to collect yourself here with an 0-2 count on the batter Chapman, and only 1 out with a game-winning run on second base. Rams trying to get that 10th win of the year against the Quoin Indians, who have lost 2 but won 1. Jones looks back. He'll fire this time. Blows a pass. 2 outs. Swinging strikeout by Travis Chapman, and that'll bring up John Boss, who did the damage a couple innings ago with a 3-run blast over the right field wall.
Yep.
Fence. Monster.
Yeah, and there was no way a lot of ballparks would have held it. He got all of it.
Into the tracks out there beyond right field. Game-winning run is on second base. 2 outs for the Indians here in the bottom of the 7th. Will we have extras? Big. Ooh, nice pitch across the outside corner to Boss, 0-1.
Sweeping curveball.
Of course, if we go to extras, we'll keep it here. Break down the situation, tell you who's coming up. As they will,
yeah, it won't work.
Do the fake. Floundering fish is what I call it.
Yeah.
The fake throw.
Everybody's diving everywhere. I think what would work best is one person dive and then one of the middle infielders take off running the other way.
Right.
I think that would be a little better sell. You got 2 guys doing swan dives after behind the bag. It's not.
It cracks me up. I can't help it. 0-1 to Boss with a game-winning run on second base. He'll swing through. Home run cut that time. 0-2 to Boss. The Rams are a strike away from getting out of the jam here in the 7th, side at 6.
Woo-woo. Where'd that come from?
I have no idea.
The weekend, I know.
2, here it comes. High that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Boss. Everybody's working for the weekend.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. Final 4. Masters will be here before you know it.
That's next weekend.
Yep.
Baseball next week.
1-2 to Boss. Here it comes. Swung on a miss. First base is open. Young will have to fire down, and it's in time. So after giving up a leadoff single to make things interesting, it ended up on second base. Quoin will strand a game-winning run here in the 7th. We are tied at 6. We're going to keep it here as we go to the top half of the 8th inning. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside on WMIX. We are online at mywithersradio.com for your streaming listening pleasure. You can also follow us along on Twitter at 94sports or like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. As the weather will most certainly try to make things interesting, but coming up at the top of the 8th, it'll be Young, Bradford, and Flota for the Rams, who would like to push a run or 2 across the plate here in the 7th and try to shut her down in the 8th. We're in the 8th right now. That's what I meant to say. Got distracted. Still thinking about those floundering fish. They just swan dive. Oh, it warms the heart.
Dorsey will come in to pitch.
Garrett Dorsey. Not Ken Dorsey. Why do I know Ken Dorsey? Quarterback for Miami?
Quarterback for Miami.
Dorsey's your new pitcher. Mansker goes 7. Gave up 4, 5, 8 hits. 6 runs, I believe. 5 of them earned. Or no, 9 hits. 10, 9. 10. That's what I get for not filling that part of the book out. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Is that what you have?
Yep.
10 hits?
Yes.
5 earned runs.
6 runs, 5 earned.
4 strikeouts?
4 Ks, and I see 1 walk.
That's all I see.
Pretty good outing for Mansker. Won't get anything for it. Fred goes first. Dorsey goes to the mound. Mansker goes to third.
Yes, sir. Good eye. You were all over it. Dorsey, your new pitcher, the lefty, will fire inside and low to Young. It's 1-0. In case you didn't hear it because I kept interrupting Danny, telling him he was doing a good job. Dorsey, your new pitcher, Fred to first and Mansker to third. Here comes the lefty's attempt this time. Catches the inside corner to Colin Young, and we are even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Young is 1 for 2 today. He walked in the 2nd, ground out in the 3rd, singled and scored in the 6th. Makes high and tight this time. Gets back ahead of the count, 2-1. We're in the top of the 8th. First extra inning ball game we've had this year. Tied at 6. Dorsey will fire on the 2-1. Young will get a piece of it, send it foul. Count is even at 2-2. Fred was close that time. I'll text him, tell him he'll learn his lesson.
Yeah, he needs to quit parking so close.
2-2 from Dorsey. It's on its way, and that'll be high. Counts full to Young. Interesting position here for the Ram catcher. 3-2. And that'll be sent opposite way. Should be a fair ball down the right field line, and Young will get a leadoff base hit here in the 8th. So the go-ahead run aboard for Pat Bradford.
Nice little piece of hitting. Knocked one down the right field line.
Very interesting. Is that previous warning about to expire? As far as the
kind of blew up, didn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of
much.
starting to split. Yep, right around us. As Bradford will show bunt, he'll lay it down third base side. Young is headed for second with nobody to cover. And Bradford is out at first on the sacrifice.
Sacrifice work, though. Pat the bat, using the bat for another way. On the sacrifice.
Five 5-4 on the sacrifice for Bradford, for those of you keeping score at home. Took me a second to write my book. Didn't help that I was also partially screened.
Courtesy run.
Clayton Reeves. So Reeves will run for Young. Young, the catcher. Trevor Floater will stand in with the go-ahead run, standing on second base. One out here in the 8th. Floater had the big 2 RBI single back in the 6th to bring the Rams back within 1. He'll show bunt. Maybe tried to see this infield. Waits on it, sends it to center. Youngman is there for the grab, and that's not going to do anything for the Rams.
And Corn out there. Youngman in his track.
That'll bring up Matt Williams. Williams is 1 for 3 today, has a stolen base. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Tied at 6. The Rams have stranded 3 today. Far cry from the runs they stranded yesterday. Rams stranded unofficially 13 against the Crusaders on the road at Whitey Herzog Field. First pitch to Williams. He'll wait on it. It's a strike. Right in there. 0-1. Bottom of the order will come up for DuQuoin in their half of the 8th. Right now, tied at 6. Go ahead and run on second for the Rams. And Hideo Nomo like check towards second base.
Making sure they're checking the runner there, that's for sure.
As Reeves gets a little bit of a leadoff second with Williams at the plate, and he will send this foul. Should clear the backstop net. It's behind us. 0-2. So the Rams have had some chances today to make things interesting. They certainly have, coming back to tie in the 7th. Have the go-ahead run off of second base. Reeves with a little bit more of a lead this time. 0-2 the count on Williams. 2 outs here in the 8th. Runners going, and that's going to be sent into left field for a base hit. Reeves is going to come around to try to score. The throw will not be there in time as Reeves slides in. So a big RBI single by Matthew Williams gives the Rams their first lead of the afternoon here in the 8th at 7-6.
Nice piece of hitting. Matt Williams gets the Rams out on top with the RBI single. What a piece of hitting.
Gosh. How about Reeves on the slide? He probably slid at the start of the circle and then continued to slide past the batter's box on this turf. That'll bring up Josh Gately here with a runner on first. He's insurance at this point as the Rams have taken a 7-6 lead on the RBI by Matt Williams. And just great piece of hitting. Started to slice away from the left fielder, Moss, who was on the run. So this one will be sharply hit to Gately, and it'll be a liner to the shortstop for the out. The Rams score the go-ahead run here in the top of the 8th to take a 7-6 lead. We'll stick with it here as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. As this DC is where I proverbially get caught with the pants down as far as the format is concerned. However, we can always get technical about going green. Banterra offers free online pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Rams Baseball is also presented in part by Second Chance Auto, where bank rate financing and the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 makes it easy to love Second Chance Auto. Get the car you want today at Second Chance, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams. So they manufacture some runs there in the top half of the 8th inning, or a run, I should say, to take the lead, and that's how you have to win ball games. Now he's got to hold them here as Zach Jones will come out to try to get the win. In this wonderful effort he has had, he's already pitched 4 1/3, looking to get 5 1/3 here when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and if he hang on here, gets the win. Nice effort. Be a nice win to come back from being down 3-0 and 6-3 and get this lead and get a win 3 outs away.
Coming up for the Indians, it'll be Dorsey, Spencer, and Mercier, as Dorsey's going to try to help his own cause. Right now stands to be the loser in this one, as the Rams are on top 7-6. Glad to have you with us. We hope you enjoy every pitch of Rams baseball here on WMIX. Hard to believe that in our first season, we started out only doing home games. And then the following year, I believe we added Saturday doubleheaders. No, we didn't. We just added neutral sites our second year. Then all Saturday games our third year, as Dorsey will get us started. Throws one, bats right. Takes the first pitch strike from Jones across the outside corner, 0-1. Fourth year is when we start to do a little bit of away action. And now we do them all. As this will be a ground ball to second. Williams, the hero in the eighth offensively, now makes a solid play defensively here in the bottom half of the inning. 4-3 retires Dorsey to bring up Spencer.
Yeah, neat ground ball. Now Spencer, who bunt for sacrifice, grounded out, struck out. Not much doing here.
Not a lot going. Spencer, the lefty, will stand in to meet Zach Jones. Here comes. Takes the curveball inside, looks like. Inside corner, 0-1. We will have that Bean Insurance postgame show whenever this one finally ends. We're in the eighth now, bottom half of it. Bases empty, one out, 7-6 the Ram lead as Spencer fouls it back, 0-2. He is 0-3 today. Chances are you're paying too much for auto insurance. Discounts away at the Bean Insurance agency, but you won't know how much you can save until you give them a call. Bean Insurance, 244-BEAN. That number is 244-BEAN. 0-2 the count, no out. Nobody on, one out. Now there's two out. It took me all that to say it as the off-speed pitch got there, swung on a miss, 2 away. Last chance now for Quoin, trailing 7-6. Nobody on, 2 out now here in the home half of the eighth. Follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports, of course. Like us on Facebook, WMIX Sports. First pitch of the at-bat. Ooh. Catches the inside corner from here.
Storm coming, supper time strike.
Yes. As we await the 0-1. On the way, and that's going to be smacked towards center. This could do it if Thomas get underneath it. Just the man you want patrolling the real estate. And the Rams will come from behind in extra innings to beat the Quoin Indians by a final of 7-6. Danny and I will have all the stats here when we come back. First a break. We'll come back to the Bean Insurance postgame show. The Rams are winners, 7-6 over Quoin. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Life is no easy task for anyone. We all want to better ourselves and our financial situation. Feel like you're going nowhere? Or just ready for a new challenge? Or wanting the college experience without going deeper into debt? Regardless of your answer, Rend Lake College is your vehicle to a brighter future. With over 100 degree and certificate programs, Rend Lake College can put you on the fast track to a new career or to continue your education. More affordable than four-year universities and private schools, you can save thousands of dollars at Rend Lake College. Fall courses begin August 13th with open registration starting April 16th. It's never too early to start thinking about your future. Smaller class sizes mean more focus on you. Smaller enrollments mean more focus on you. And a laid-back atmosphere allowing you the challenge of a great college experience without going deeper into debt. Rend Lake College's counselors are always on hand to help guide you to your new opportunity. Call 437-5321 to set up an appointment or log on to rlc.edu for more information.
Your heart health is too important to ignore, and St. Mary's Good Samaritan wants to help educate you about your heart risk factors before it's too late. So mark your calendar and tell your friends about the upcoming St. Mary's Good Samaritan Heart Expo and Health Fair on Saturday, March 24th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Holiday Inn in Mount Vernon. You'll have a chance to have a heart risk profile blood test completed for just $30, as well as a number of free health screenings, a chance to learn your diabetes risk, find out more about the link between sleep problems and heart disease, and much more. To reduce wait times for blood testing, you are encouraged to pre-register now by calling 1-888-257-6098. That's 1-888-257-6098. For most accurate results, be sure to fast for 8 hours prior to blood testing. Do it for your health. Attend the St. Mary's Good Samaritan Heart Expo and Health Fair on Saturday, March 24th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. The 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan continues to be America's best-selling and most awarded minivan ever. Takes to the streets with an obligation to define the segment it created. The Grand Caravan revolution continues with 6 impressive highlights. Inventor of the minivan, most versatile vehicle in its class, most affordable minivan in America, premium interior, 283 horsepower Pentastar V6 engine with 25 miles per gallon, a 2011 Insurance Institute for Highway Safety top pick. We have a great selection right now of the 2012 Grand Caravans with customer incentives up to $3,250. This is the perfect time to look at new minivans right before you take that big family vacation. Come into King City Chrysler Center today at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
If I could see into the future, you know what I'd want to know? I'd want to know how the whole thing is going to turn out. Did I make the right decisions for my business? Helping my daughter memorize all 50 states in alphabetical order. Did it really matter?
Understanding that the future is about planning, not worrying, is why Erie Insurance is above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 242-6017.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX. The Bean Insurance Postgame Show starts now.
And we welcome you back to the ballpark at Quoin High School as we welcome you inside the Bean Insurance postgame show. The Rams win in extras. Took 8 innings for the Rams to pick up a 7-6 come-from-behind victory over the Quoin Indians, but they get win number 10 on the year, improving to 10-2. Quoin falls to 1-3. This beautiful ballpark, Danny, couldn't contain all of the pitches today. Had a couple of home runs. Ultimately, the difference in this ball game, however, was small ball manufactured runs as Colin Young singled to lead off the 8th, and he was brought home on the RBI single with 2 outs on clutch hitting by Matthew Williams.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good effort by Mount Vernon today. You're down 3-0 early after the first inning. You tied up in the third. Then DuQuoin gets 3 runs in the 5th. You come back with 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th to win. And just a good overall effort from Mount Vernon. It was a trap game after the big win at Altos yesterday, but Mount Vernon did a good job to focus and win this game here today.
Of course, the Bean Insurance post-game show, independent agencies keep the customer in mind. Bean Insurance has relationships with dozens of insurance companies, allowing you to get the right price with the right service regardless of your personal history. Call Bean Insurance or stop by for the right coverage with a personal touch. Danny Czerwinski alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. I believe DC has the Heartland County post-game stats.
7 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors for Mount Vernon, 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for DuQuoin. Zach Jones is a winning pitcher. Garrett Dorsey picks up the loss in his 1 inning of work. The game time was 2 hours, 4:22 to 6:22, as the Rams improved to 10-2 on the season, while DuQuoin drops to 1-3.
There you have it. Those stats are certified by Heartland County. Let Heartland County help make your business a success. Heartland County, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. We need to come back. We'll have your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game after we take a quick break. Rams win this one in 8 innings, 7-6 over the Indians on the road. We'll come back, have your player of the game, and wrap her up. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality vehicle. That's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 32 years. Second Chance Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX. Time now for the Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game.
You bet it is. Welcome back to the ballpark at Quoin High School, where it's time for your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game here within the Bean Insurance postgame show. And we certainly molded over. Zach Jones pitched well in 5 1/3 innings to pick up the win today in extras. Had 6 strikeouts, a walk, did allow a few runs. Grant Garrett hit a 3-run shot to tie things up in the 3rd. He had a single and he scored back in the 6th. Those two have both been previous winners of the award and subsequent Ram of the Week award, which will be in contention next week. Grant Garrett, of course, in contention of that this week. But I think because of his always solid and quiet defensive play and the fact that he had the go-ahead single that brought home the eventual game-winning run in the 8th inning, Matt Williams is your player of the game.
Yeah, Matthew Williams, a great job today. And again, 2 for 4. Had a stolen base, an RBI, obviously put Mount Vernon on top. Again, solid defense from Matthew Williams out in the field as he is player of the game.
You bet he is. And that, my friends, will do it for us here today. Great traditions aren't given. They are earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in at Community First Bank of the Heartland, proud sponsors of the Rams. A great tradition. So your player of the game is Matt Williams, although honorable mentions do go out, of course, to Grant Garrett for that 3-run bomb and Zach Jones for picking up the win on the hill in relief today. It took 8 innings, but the Mount Vernon Rams victorious over the Quoin Indians in their beautiful new ballpark, 7-6. For Danny Czerwinski, for Jesse Clark, back to the studio, and for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, on behalf of our sponsors, thank you for listening to Rams Baseball. Don't forget us tomorrow morning for the Saturday Sports Show, 8:08 until 10 o'clock. We'll have a variety of guests, including Rams coach Tim Holloway, to talk about today's come-from-behind win. That's tomorrow after the 8 o'clock news, AM 940, mywithersradio.com. Be sure to join us. That said, 7-6 your final and 8. The Rams are 10-2 on the year. Come from behind fashion today on the road to Quoin. I'm Chris Hugo. So long.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. Rams Baseball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music. WMIX.